Hi, I'm Brandy Nonnicki, the host of TecHype, a show where we debunk misunderstandings around emerging technology, debate the real benefits and risks, and explore technical and policy interventions. We've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about the Taylor Swift deepfake. Now, last week, a non-consensual deepfaked pornographic image of Taylor Swift rapidly spread across the internet. For those unfamiliar, a deep fake is a digital manipulation where someone's face is superimposed onto another person's body in either an image or a video. Now, this technology can create highly convincing yet completely fictitious content. In Taylor Swift's case, her face was digitally grafted onto explicit material without her consent, a clear violation of her privacy. Now, Swift is not the first person to experience this. Thousands of women have had their faces superimposed onto explicit material or have been the victim of AI models that can generate an image of what that woman would likely look like naked. Now, this incident has reignited a conversation about the ethics of deepfake technology and the need for stricter oversight. So, what can actually be done to stop the spread of non-consensual deepfake pornography? Let's go over some strategies. Now, first, I can imagine many of you are asking, well, isn't it illegal to create and spread non-consensual deepfake pornography? Well, yeah, I know. Only a few states recognize this. Now, the state of California was the first to pass such a law. Now, in California, victims have standing to sue the creator of the deepfake non-consensual pornographic imagery for damages. So in the case of Taylor Swift, she would have the opportunity to sue. But there's a big challenge here: identifying the creator of that deepfake non-consensual pornography. As we saw with the imagery of Taylor Swift, it spread quickly across the internet. And it was downloaded, re-uploaded, and shared by millions of individuals. So it can be a little difficult to actually find the creator in order to sue them. So you're all smart. I bet you're thinking now, well, couldn't we go after the platform then? Why can't we go after X for helping to spread this content? Well, it's pretty unlikely that we could actually sue the platform. Now, platforms are largely shielded from liability for posting third-party content. Now, this protection comes to them via Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. This was established in the mid-1990s. Now, counter to common misconception, Section 230 actually empowers platforms to moderate their content that is posted by third parties without having to be liable. In the case of Taylor Swift, and we saw this with the platform X, they quickly removed and they could block key terms associated with that image so individuals couldn't search and find it. Now, what's another option that we could pursue? A technical option, because it's clear once the image is shared, it is hard to contain. And X is battling that as we speak right now. So, is there a way that we could stop the spread of harmful deepfakes using a technical mechanism? And there is one. There's one being developed right now. Now, the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, C2PA.org. Now, this coalition, which includes many of the large tech companies behind generative AI, including Adobe and Microsoft, which Microsoft's tool was used to create the deepfake pornographic image of Taylor Swift. Now, this coalition is working to develop a technical intervention that would allow platforms and the public to immediately identify AI-generated content. And it's called cryptographic hashing. You can think of cryptographic hashing like a permanent digital watermark that can never be removed from that content that's created. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have buy-in from definitely two entities. First, those developing generative AI. We need them on board to say anything generated out of their generative AI tool would receive this cryptographic hash, this mark on it that we would know it had been AI generated. Now, there's a second important player here. Now, the second is platforms, right? In order for us to be able to know that that content is AI generated, we would need some sort of signal to us as a consumer that it's flagged as being AI generated. And I think that there's a really good incentive for the platforms to actually buy into this. First, it can help them actually identify AI generated content, maybe perhaps setting it to the side and reviewing it for authenticity before allowing it to be distributed. This could be a really helpful mechanism for platforms to prioritize their reviewing and moderation. So, what's actually next? What's happening? At the federal level, we do have a bill that was introduced last year called the AI Labeling Act. Now, the AI Labeling Act would require disclosures for AI generated content. Now, if passed, this could be a big impetus for the use of cryptographic hashing. Now, more states are also likely to pass laws that would make the distribution of non-consensual deepfake pornography offensible. So if you are interested and want to learn more about deepfakes and the applicable laws and policies governing them, check out our TecHype series at techhype.org.